sir. Yes, sir. You already know, man. We live, we back in the building. I'm your host, if you don't know, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. This is the Golden Goose DFS experience. We are the leaders in single entry, 3 max, and 20 max content. But no matter your style of play, man, whether you're a cash game player, 150 max, or whatever the case may be, man, this is one of the best spots you can be in if you're playing NBA DFS. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when the videos and content drop. And do me one small favor this morning, man. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. It's greatly appreciated, man. It helps the channel grow and to get some good karma headed your direction, man. Y'all know when you do good, you get good in return. All right, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. This is my starting five series. If you're new here, well, I bring you 5 plays across the various positions, just guys that are going to be in my player pool. And I try to kind of give you a construct of what a lineup could look like potentially for me on that night, and just give you some guys I'm liking on this evening's slate. All right. Before we do that, though, I got my lineup review going over my best lineups from yesterday's slate. Let's get right into it. DK, man, solid night. Doubled up over there on DK. This is my high scoring lineup right here, 306 right here. This was the $5 single entry. We came in 49th place here. Quickly injury hurt us, man. Hurt a lot of people, as you can see, 33% on, but he was balling out of the gate, man. He had 23 fantasy points in like 13, 14 minutes. Came out the gate hot. If he don't get injured, maybe he helps him keep this game a little closer, but he definitely gives us a bigger performance than this. So it just really hurt us. Could have had a much bigger finish, man. Cade Cunningham, you saw me talk about him on yesterday's video. He was solid, 48, but the guy you needed was LaMelo, who went super crazy. A little less Cunningham and more Melo. We'd have definitely had a bigger night, but I'm okay with it. Cunningham was still very solid. I almost dropped the 50 burger here. Terrence, man, little value piece. Once we saw he was going to be getting playing time for the Charlotte Hornets here. Didn't expect this big of a night up from him, but I definitely take it almost 10x in right here, 35. Got to Zach LaVine just because once we got that news that Zion was out, man, it opened up some of those Pelicans plays for me. So I wanted to take some shots on Ingram, some shots on DeJounte Murray, little CJ McCollum here and there, some Tice, Herb Jones. I was just going to play a lot of those Pelican guys once Zion got ruled out. And I figured if those guys were going to have a big performance as I thought the Bulls would be in this game. I didn't think it would be a blowout. So I wanted to get some Zach LaVine as a run back to Ingram down here, as you can see. Hoping this game be some good back and forth and be a little more competitive with no Zion. Zach LaVine thought he would move back into him having a bigger role with no DeRozan over there. He was just okay, man. 37 fantasy points here. A lot of scoring from him. Not much in the way of peripherals. Yabusele, just with Philly being without Embiid, he was the primary backup to Drummond and the other bigs down there. They was very thin in the front court. Got him as a value piece, as a lot of people did at the flat man. He was solid. My boy Sengun, man, 9% on. I told y'all yesterday he was live for a triple-double. Didn't quite get there, but definitely 25, 18 boards, man. Still gave you 5 assists, a block, and had 4 steals. Just big game from him right here. That was the key. If I had ran him back with LaMelo Ball, definitely would have been the takedown. But it's opening night, man. Rounding out the lineup down here with Nick Richards at 4K. Just another value piece that everybody was on there. But 306, my high scoring lineup on DK. Like I said, nice little double up. FanDuel, not so much. Only did one single entry. This was $25 single entry. As you can see, got to DeJounte Murray in this particular one. Still with my boy Harden. Quickly, once again, hurt me over here. Just injured. Can't do nothing about that. I felt like he was in line for a big night, especially with the way that start he got off to. Norman Powell was solid. Jalen Johnson was just okay. Double from him here. Thought he would score a little more though. Only 11 real life points here. I thought he would score closer to 20 points here with him being should have been the number 2 guy behind Trae Young, me anticipate. Scotty Barnes was a big letdown here in this spot. Another guy that was live for a triple-double. KJ Martin, just another value piece. And then Brandon Clark and Daniel Tice. Brandon Clark thought he would see minutes behind Edie, but him nor Edie saw the minutes. It was Jay Huff closing the game. Wildness. That's why we try to keep it light this first little half week. All the way to Sunday, I'm going to be light, not really getting into my 20 max stuff. Then next week, once we kind of got a feel for these rotations, everybody played like 2 or 3 games, and we kind of got a little feel for it, then we'll start to slowly ramp up. But I try to keep it I try to keep it as low risk as possible these first couple of days of the NBA slate. just because of things like this with you thinking Brandon Clark gonna play and now it's Huff, just because you don't know how quite these rotations gonna work out, new faces, new places, all that. But there you go right there. Let's get into today's slate, man. Nice little 4-gamer. Got it queued up for you, man. Let's talk about it. At the point guard at the top, I want to look at Dante DiVincenzo, 5,200 here. Listen, we saw him first game, man. He did not start, but he's playing starter minutes. Played 32 minutes, had like the second most field goal attempts behind Anthony Edwards, I believe. I think he's still going to be in line for 30-plus minutes at 5,200. I take it in this matchup at Sacramento. Sacramento not really known for their defense. I think he's going to be counted on to kind of be the number 2 scorer at times. I think it's going to vary between him and Randall once Randall get his footing down there for Minnesota. But he's definitely going to be involved at 5,200. Should be playing starting minutes as a starting point guard for the Timberwolves. You can sign me up for Dante DiVincenzo. At the shooting guard, man, I'm looking at Peyton Pritchard. Now, I'm sure like a lot of y'all heard the Jaylen Brown interview. If you didn't, Jaylen Brown basically said this summer when they play sorry teams, they try to get guys like Hauser and Pritchard going so they can build confidence because they're going to know they're going to need them in spots later on in the year and sometimes in the playoffs. So this is one of those spots, man. Heavy favorites here, double-digit favorites against the Washington Wizards. Vegas think they handle them easy. I think they handle them easy. Pretty sure you do too. So if that's the case, man, I don't mind putting it to the test. If he said that's what they're going to do, especially if Hauser is out. We got Hauser being questionable here. If Hauser is out, that just leaves Pritchard. He said they try to get Pritchard and Hauser going, so they're their primary 2 bench guys. If Pritchard misses, I'm definitely going to if Hauser misses, I'm definitely going to love Pritchard here. You can sign me up all day for Peyton Pritchard. In that same game, I'm going to come back at the small forward and look at Bilal Coulibaly, man. Second-year player here, 4,200, should be in the starting lineup. And I like him because even if the game's a blowout, I don't see no reason why he doesn't get 30-plus minutes. He should be. They want the young fella to develop and get run and continue to improve. So Coulibaly should be in line for 30-plus minutes no matter how the game script goes, all right? And if he's getting blowout run, he's probably going to be one of the better teams or just the better offensive players on the court because they're going to pull Kuzma and Poole most likely. So Coulibaly should have his way with garbage time run here. Like getting him to 4,200 for another value piece. At the power forward, man, Michael Porter Jr., 5,800. Nice game to open up the season here. Thunder against the Nuggets should be a good one. Thunder not fully healthy. They're missing a few pieces over there, so we don't get to see how they completely look. But this still should definitely be a good matchup. And this is a spot where on this slate, man, forward is tough, man. You could pay back up to Tatum if you want to. I don't really know what DeRozan's role going to be in Sacramento. Getting these forward positions right, small and the power forward, is going to be critical and crucial for probably the most important piece on the slate, just because it's so tough and you're going to have to get it right. Whoever gets it right there is more likely going to be in line to take some down. I like getting the Michael Porter Jr. at 5,800. We've seen him. You know what he's capable of. He can get hot and just light it up behind the arc, but this is a big matchup. He always just kind of seems to show up in these obscure matchups when you don't expect him. He jumps out of nowhere for 45 fantasy points. Expect this to be a tightly contested game. A good little back and forth. Michael Porter Jr. is involved. You know he's going to get up his shots, man. I don't mind getting to him at 5,800. And besides, he opens up room for my guy at the center spot, your thumbnail, Victor Wembanyama, man, 10-7. Listen, I can let you know right now, my fantasy season is going to have a lot to do with how successful Wembanyama is, man. Because I'm going to play him on just about every slate, man. His upside is going to be ridiculous. The only concern I have with Wembanyama is pop. Pop, please let that man get 35, 36 minutes on a consistent basis. Any game he gets 40-plus, you're probably going to have him, man. They limited his minutes in preseason. Maybe he's limited here this first game out. I don't know. He's risky, but sign me up for the risk, man. Y'all know my motto. Chances definitely make champion, and Wembanyama is somebody that's worth taking a chance on. Hopefully he comes in lower on. Hopefully people go to more like Luka and Joker here. Wembanyama, upside is just tremendous. Sign me up for 10-7. Pop, don't screw me on this one, all right? Let's go take a look at FanDuel, man, and see what I'm feeling over there. At the top, stand with Peyton Pritchard, 4,200. All the reasons I just stated, man. Expecting this game to be a blowout. Expecting to try to get Pritchard going, as Jaylen Brown stated. Sign me up. At the shooting guard, I want to look at Jordan Poole, man. I like this discount over here. I think he's 7.3, 7.4 on DK. You can get him here at 6,500 over here on FanDuel. Hey, he's another play that's risky, but he's going to be starting. Jordan Poole, you know the type of upside he has. He's another guy that can get hot and just go on a run hitting shots. May not necessarily do it here, but at this price tag, he should at least see 28 minutes here. Depending on how fast this game gets out of hand, I do think it's a blowout. But if it's not a blowout and they end the game, it's going to be because of him or Kuzma, man. So I don't mind taking a shot here at 6,500. At the small forward spot, I want to look at Jaylen Brown. I told you the forward position is tough tonight, man. You can most certainly go back to Tatum if you want to. He's perfectly fine. But the thing with these Celtics guys is it's going to rotate, man. It's going to be different guys. And I'm hoping tonight is Jaylen Brown night. Jason Tatum had it going. He really set the tone. Maybe Jaylen Brown gets in there. Because I think it's a blowout. Somebody's going to get it to a blowout, whether it be Brown, Tatum, White, whoever, Holiday, whoever the case may be. It could just be spread out evenly. But Ford is tough. I like going to Jaylen Brown here. I know he's going to come in at lower ownership. People are going to want to ride the hot hand with Jason Tatum, recency bias. Give me Jaylen Brown, 8,200. Coming at the power forward, man. Naz Reid, 5,100. Don't mind going right back to him. He saw, 27, 28 minutes. I take it that's going to be his minute range pretty much every game, and it could increase due to matchup or Gobert getting in foul trouble, things of that nature. But he should consistently see about that 25 to 28 minute range with possibility for more each and every night. So like going to Naz Reid, he's a solid contributor. These Minnesota Timberwolves just didn't play that good as a unit the other night. They counted on some guys that that DiVincenzo was extremely cold. Naz Reid didn't turn in his typical performance. So they'll be looking to bounce back here in this spot. Like getting Naz Reid. And like I said, anything goes wrong, Gobert down there battling with Sabonis because you know Sabonis is going to hit the block. If he gets in foul trouble, it could be more minutes for Naz Reid. And rounding out at the center, man, you know, I'm staying with Victor Wembanyama. Pop, let this man get 40 minutes tonight so he can put up 100 fantasy points. I don't got to break it down. It's Wemby, man. He's a freak of nature. He is that thing that goes bumping tonight. I'm telling you. Any lineup you don't have him on this year, he's going to terrify you, especially me. He's going to terrify me, but not me because I'm going to have him on a lot of stuff, all right? But there you have it, man. You're starting 5 for DK and FanDuel. Y'all know what to do. Any questions, comments, or concern, leave them below in the comment section. Holler at me on Twitter. Talk to me. You know, I talk back. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.